Hello, in this video we're going to demonstrate how DashQ can be used to price and schedule what's called a meter run for oil and gas. It's a custody transfer device so the oil companies can get paid. It measures the flow of oil liquids that's put into the midstream gathering station so the oil company can get paid. So let's switch over to DashQ and show how it works. So let's click on Smart Quote. And here we can see the first of a few pages. We need to choose the line size, what kind of outer end type we want, piping schedule or weight, or if it's plate diameter, what kind of fitting do we want, what kind of flow conditioner, if any, what's the head position, what kind of outer isolation valves, if any, what kind of blowdown valves, if any, we want. And you'll notice as we're going through this, just like build your own on a car website, it's showing us what we selected so far, and we can go back and choose a different option if we changed our mind or wanted to see the impact on price by doing so. So once we've chosen the valves, let's choose our options like color. Do you want a skid, yes or no, XMV. Next will take us to the final pricing page. So you can see our total price has been calculated. DashQ has automatically created a router and automatically created a bill of materials. And as an example, this shows that the skid has been added, but if we go back to options and choose skid no, click next and show the detail again, now we'll see that skid is missing, and the same thing would happen for flow conditioner. This part number matches the fitting type right here, Daniel Senior. Had we chosen simplex, it would be meter.daniel.simplex instead, and the 4 lines up with the line size that was selected. So you can see how fast that can be done. If I took out all the talking, it's probably about less than 60 seconds. And from here, we can add it to a quote, choose a quote that's in draft status already. And there was a line item already on there. We added a second one. From here, we can change the quantity. We can update the quote description, discount, lead time, and update the validity. At the line item level, we can create a promotion from this. If you have an admin role, you can save this as a template to a customer for repeat orders. You can view the router, the BOM, edit the line item if necessary, delete it from the quote. Now, let's say the customer accepted it as is. We'll change the status to accepted. And now we've got a sales order that's been created. We'll click on that. It takes us to that sales order. It's a copy of the quote at this point. It's still in draft status, so if we wanted to make changes, we could, like promise date, external reference, adding a note, for example, or even adding another line item, either through Smart Quote or basic quote manually. Let's say the customer accepted the sales order as is. We'll change the status to final. And now, if we hit refresh, we have production orders have been created for each of these. Clicking on that will take us to the detail of the production order. We have each of the router steps with calculated times automatically done by a Smart Quote. And if we click on schedule, we can see the production orders that were created for that last sales order. 1003 is the one we did. And just to show you the power of the scheduling capability, suppose we wanted to move one of these production orders up. All we have to do is change the order. Let's say we want to make it first, and PR 1005 is now first in the queue, and everything else has been moved down. We can also look at it another way by production status, work in process, released or planned. And for example, the PR 1005, let's say we wanted to start that when we changed it to WIP. So now it's work in process, and this production task can be marked as completed from this page, or looking at it from the queues, which is what the people in the shop would be using. So for example, if engineering's part was finished, they would mark it as complete, which would take it off the list, and now it's 100%, and they can move to the next one as well. That's how DashQ can be used to quote a complex build-to-order product, in this case a flow meter for oil and gas. Contact us to get a personalized demonstration so we can show how DashQ can transform your quoting and scheduling to increase profitability and improve customer satisfaction.